I started drinking really heavily about 15 years ago. In about 2014, I started having actual consequences. They always say people have to hit a bottom. I don't like that term because you always hear everybody's bottom is worse and worse. A bottom is when the last thing you lost or the thing you're about to lose is more important to you than drinking. And eventually it got to the point where I had to lose a lot of really horrible things, everything I valued. So I had to lose my job. I'd worked very, very hard for 10 years. I had to lose my baby girl. She is 4 years old. I had told my friend Isabel, who was here, about what had happened, and she knew I wasn't going to be okay. And so she talked to Will. He and Isabel showed up, and they were, my Ebby. They showed up at my house and dragged me out of there, even after I attempted to take my life. And I'm so lucky that they did. I don't think any other place would have cared enough or have stepped in that way, even after I told them not to come. The thing that you do learn here is it's not about the time, which is, anybody, it's scary because you hear about people that have been sober for 10, 20, 30 years, and if you're not doing the stuff that you learn to do every day here, it will creep back up. It's a disease. I think the big difference here is when Lowell sat me down and doing my first step, I didn't realize that I'd never actually conceded that I can't drink like a normal person. And in doing that and looking at a lot of the behaviors that I'd had that really didn't have to do with drinking, it was more of the thought processes I had. And when I talk about the blame and blaming other people and playing the victim, that was really huge to see my mistakes in things that had happened to me. I think if you're struggling and have any inkling that you're struggling, it's probably a lot worse than you know. And you're usually going to be the last to know, unfortunately, which is why that bottom exists. I would tell anybody, if you can get here and just put yourself into the work, you will feel so much better and so much freer and have hope for the first time in a long time, if ever. This place is one of a kind, and I am so lucky. Like I said, I think it was kind of an act of providence that I got here. And if you are hearing this and have the ability, there's no place that cares. And when you leave here, you're not kicked to the curb. They stay involved. It's like a family.